Hi, everyone. This is Steve Williams. I'm in the mayor's office and wanted to give an update on a really unbelievable week. Earlier, I'm sure you heard about the governor placing an order saying that everybody needed to shelter in place and identifying businesses that are considered non-essential businesses or essential businesses, and non-essential businesses needed to be closed. We have some definition around that. Fact is that what it's telling us is that we all need to exercise social distancing. Now, what's the reason for that? One is so that we can make sure that we're not all becoming infected, that we're protecting one another. But there's another side to this. The other side is that we're protecting our first responders and particularly our healthcare professionals. Our nurses, the doctors, the clinicians. If you're practicing social distancing, just think, when they go to work and they're kissing their family goodbye, much like how police officers and firefighters have had to do over the years, these individuals are going to work and their children and the loved ones are wondering, is mommy, is daddy, is my brother, is my sister going to end up becoming infected? If for nothing else, just exercise social distancing so that we can be protecting our healthcare professionals. Now, there's some businesses that have taken some steps that I think we all could learn from. The utilities have said that they're just not going to be cutting off service. The telephone companies, the telecom companies are not going to be turning off the service just because you're running late on your bill. As a matter of fact, the water company is doing that. The sanitary board here in Huntington is doing that as well. We're not cutting off, asking for the water to be cut off if your sewer bill hasn't been paid. Why? Why add to the unsanitary conditions? It just doesn't make sense. But that brings to another point. And those of you who own property and are renting property and are landlords, all I'd ask you, this can't be an order. I don't have the authority to do it. All I'm doing is asking, please don't start evicting people because they're late on their rent, or even if they're a few months late. Now, I understand that you're running a business and as all of our businesses are just being pulled tighter and tighter and tighter. But my biggest concern is we do have some homeless in town that we're trying to make sure that we have proper shelter. When we're asking someone to shelter in place, they need a place to shelter in. And when they haven't paid for their rent and then they get kicked out out of where they're living, then we're adding to the problem. Please. I'm not even thinking of telling you you have to. I'm just asking you to give this some thought and some consideration. The other point it comes down to is that the virus is coming. We've been quite fortunate so far that it really hasn't hit us. There have been some who have come to our hospitals from outside the area. It's coming, and we need to be prepared for that. And in that regard, there are three things that we have to remember when this surge, when the surge arrives. Three things: be safe, be careful, and breathe. Take care, and we'll be talking to you again soon.